Hey guys, what's going on? Back with another video, and this time I'm going to be talking about different types of blade protectors. So if you don't know what a blade protector is, or blade wrap, it's simply a piece of plastic that you tape around the bottom of your stick, the blade of your stick, and it just protects it from the rough surface if you're playing on the street or you're playing on an outside rink, something like that. It's just something to protect your blade so you're not using your naked blade on the rough surface and you're going to chip away on it. So I've got 4 different types here with me today. I've got the Franklin Edge Armour one. I don't have the wrapping for that. I have the Sherwood blade wrap. I've got the hockey wraparound, which is the most common one, I believe. And the last one, I've got blade armor. I have used the hockey wraparound and the blade armor in the past, and I have not used the Franklin Edge Armour and the Sherwood blade wrap ever. So I'm going to be going to an outdoor rink, going to use each of these for a bit, going to give you my first impression, my takes on it, whatever I find that I like, that I don't like. Then I'm going to circle back once I've done all 4 of them, come back here and give you my final take on it. So first up is the Franklin Edge Armour. Let's get to it.
Which one's this one?
This is the Franklin one, the one that comes in the 2-pack. Easy. Oh, this doesn't feel too good already.
Working, but it's not as...
It's like smooth.
Okay.
Yeah, you can stick handle with it. It feels sticky, right? It's already starting to go. It just, yeah, it feels like sticky. Hey guys, back at the box. Now I have the Sherwood blade wrap. So I got this from Canadian Tire. This was $9.99. Price is a bit cheap. We'll see how this holds up. I'm going to also use the Sherwood blade wrap on an old stick. You can see it's very old. Tape's still on there. A bit too short for me. But yeah, I'm going to use an old stick just in case this thing does bust. I don't want to ruin my nice ice hockey stick.
You know, it feels a lot better than the Franklin one at first, because like the Franklin one at first was so sticky. Yeah. Basic. I think it almost feels like the wrapper.
Alright, so I'm feeling confident. First 15 minutes with the Sherwood blade wrap. Feeling confident. I'm gonna put it on my CCM stick, which I use for my indoor roller league. But I feel confident that it's not gonna bust or break. Let's see mine in the right sunlight. There we go. So yeah, I'm gonna put this one off of my old true stick and onto the CCM. I'm gonna play about an hour to 2 hours. I'm going to give you a final take on it after the scrimmage.
All right, just finished the scrimmage. An hour and a half with the Sherwood blade wrap, and look, barely a dent. I'm almost convinced that this is literally exactly a hockey wraparound. Feels the exact same, looks the exact same. Everything's the exact same except it doesn't say hockey wraparound on it. So we're gonna test the durability on it. Gonna use it for a few more months and we'll update you guys, but I'm convinced this is the hockey wraparound. It's just putting Sherwood's name on it for like $10, 30 less dollars. The hockey wraparound's 40, this is 10 bucks. And yeah, I'm just convinced that this is the Sherwood, the hockey wraparound.
Alright, and now I'll be talking about the hockey wraparound. Now this one is the one I'm most experienced with. I've had about 2 straight years at least of using these bad boys. Absolutely have no complaints about it. It's lightweight. It doesn't affect your passing or shooting. You don't even notice it at all after a couple games with it. You don't notice that it's there. It doesn't really make your stick bottom heavy at all. And yeah, I have no complaints about it. The only thing is that if the Sherwood hockey wraparound is basically similar to this, then this one being $39 Canadian is a lot more expensive than the $10. So like I said earlier, I still got to figure out the durability and stuff like that for the Sherwood wraparound. But as it is right now, this is the one I'm currently using. This is the one that I love. And yeah, just no complaints about it. It's a great great wraparound. Depending how much you're playing out there, this can last anywhere between 3 months to even maybe pushing a year. Again, depending how much you play, but this is very durable. I can definitely say about this after using about 3 of these. This is my 3rd one now. Again, the Sherwood, I don't know the durability yet, but so far this is one of my favorites. Alright, so last but not least now is the blade armor. Now I did say that I was gonna, put this on my stick, shoot around with it, give you my takes on it, but if I have to be honest, I have used this before in the past. I'm not a huge fan of it, and I'll give you my reasons why. I have shot with or used this before in a game before all this whole video. Just wasn't a fan of it. It kind of messes with your shot. So as you can see here, and I'll show a better angle too in the video, but the blade armor makes the surface of the blade like raised, like this is curved as opposed to this is flat. So it's just going to be better for shooting with something flat like this as opposed to this. This really does mess with your shot. Passing is basically the same, but yeah, it does mess with your shot. And also in terms of durability, it's not the greatest, doesn't last that long. But then again, for I believe $5 or $10, I'll make sure I put it below in the video. But yeah, it's for really cheap, way cheaper than the hockey wraparound or the Franklin Edge armor. So this is one of, if not the cheapest option. But then again, doesn't last as long. With that being said, I do use the blade armor, just not for my player sticks. So here I have my goalie stick. As you can see here, there's the blade armor. I have 1.5. This is like 1 blade armor, and then like half of one. Here I just snip it. So I'm using this for my precious custom ice hockey goalie stick. It does work. Again, it does thin out pretty fast. This is starting to thin here, but it's still worth it. It does, like I said, the blade armor messes with the shot, but this is a goalie stick, right? You're not going to be using this to shoot all the time or at all. But passes, you still have, accurate passes and everything. And also, it's just a great cheap way to protect your nice goalie stick, especially this one. This is my custom goalie stick. So in conclusion, the blade armor isn't the best option. It's one of the cheaper options, if not the cheapest. It will last more than a game if this is just a one-off thing. You just need something quick and cheap if you're playing a ball hockey game just once a year. But if you're playing on the streets more often, then I suggest getting one of the other 3 options. Alright, now that I've covered all 4 of the blade protectors, it's time to wrap this video up. I'm going to give you my final rankings and what I think about each of them. So obviously at 4th, you guessed it, blade armor. It's not that I don't like it, doesn't really work, it's just there's better options. Like I said, it does affect your shot, passes are still okay, but yeah, and it doesn't last as long. It is the cheapest option, but yeah, it doesn't last as long, messes with your shot. But for outdoor goalies, if you don't want to ruin your precious goalie stick, I do suggest getting the blade armor. That does work, I use it myself. Alright, and coming in at 3rd is the Franklin Edge Armor. Now, for 2 for $25, it's a pretty good deal. It's being very budget friendly, but just when you first use it, for the first half of the game, it is really grippy. It's almost dangerous, but once you get through that first layer, once you grind it down, it's actually not that bad. It's kind of smooth. Not as smooth as the other options, but it does work. And for 2 for $25, it's a pretty good deal. And now we're left with 2 more. The Sherwood blade protector and the hockey wraparound. So coming in at 1st is the hockey wraparound. So now the difference between those 2 protectors is hockey wraparound being $39, Sherwood being $9. So even though the Sherwood's 4 times as less, it still feels safer to use the hockey wraparound. And actually, just before I'm recording this, I used both of them again today and realized that the hockey wraparound is actually, by the slightest, a bit smoother. And also, like I said before, the Sherwood wraparound does seem to be a bit more sturdy, a bit more stiff compared to the hockey wraparound. In terms of feel, they feel the exact same. They look the exact same. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to test out the Sherwood wraparound a bit more. Maybe do another whole video about those 2 in the future. But for now, hockey wraparound is number 1. So as always, thank you again for watching. It means a lot. If you have any questions, you can leave them down in the comment section down below. I'll get back to it as soon as possible. And if you found this helpful, leave a like. Let me know which one you're going to pick up. And I'll see you in the next one.